In true Emma Nick fashion, we have decided to just throw ourselves into the deep end. We're going on a 24-hour straight sail from Venice all the way down to the Tortugas, which means being 70 miles offshore and doing our first night watch ever. Which doesn't go exactly to plan.
What the hell is going on?
A little unnerving. It's so dark.
If you're finding us for the first time, we're Emma Nick. We just moved onto this 30-year-old sailboat and hired a captain to help us move it from the west to the east coast of Florida and teach us how to sail along the way. In last week's episode, we covered the basics, from engine checks to close quarter maneuvers, and we officially left the dock to embark on our 10-day journey. And now, on just day 3 of our trip, we're tackling our first overnight sail and we'll be anchoring up in a bucket list location. If you can't tell, we're completely new to this, and we're sharing our entire experience of learning to sail from scratch here on our YouTube channel with weekly videos. So subscribe, join the crew, and drop us a comment with some encouragement or wisdom because we could definitely use it. This was our first morning waking up on our boat somewhere other than the marina, and man, did it feel good. It honestly feels pretty surreal that after months of dreaming about this trip, we are actually out here doing the damn thing. But we've got a long day of sailing ahead of us, and before leaving the dock, we have a few things that we probably need to check out, starting with our bilge pump that started acting funny last night. A pretty critical component when you are 70 miles offshore. Oh, red light just came on.
Okay, stop the water. I want to hear the pump working. And it is. Hear it?
Yeah.
The bilge pump works, but once it works, it stays in that position. So we do want to keep an eye on it so we turn it off so it doesn't burn the pump out over time.
Okay.
That's fast as shit. Holy shit.
A lot different.
I filled that thing like damn near up to the actual other tubing, and that disappeared instantaneously.
Well, it sounds like our bilge is actually doing okay. It's overzealous. It just doesn't shut off. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that as we're underway. One of my favorite things that Blaine has said so far this week is that this boat is in a constant state of decay. It is trying to sink itself, and we just have to stay ahead of it with maintenance to keep this thing running and to avoid running into scary issues while we are out on the water. So we're checking our transmission right now before we head out. Nick and I are just creating this checklist in our brain of every time we turn this engine on, what we're checking. We're checking the oil, we're checking for leaks. Probably once a week to once a month, we're gonna get back and check the bolts on the back of the transmission, as well as the transmission fluid.
I just can turn it, it's really light to turn. And I'm looking to see if any of them are backing off. They all look good. I'm looking down here to make sure these are all in place. That all looks good.
We are slowly learning how to keep this girl afloat and keep her in good shape. So with a clean engine check and a little oil top off, we were itching to get our day started, knowing that our next stop would be the Tortugas.
Normally, I would have the boat push the bow in, then we back away, but you might find yourself close to that boat and it might get ugly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the stern instead. We're gonna back against this.
We're gonna back?
So it pulls the dinghy over into this hole and pulls this bow out. The biggest challenge is gonna be if we try to steer away from the dock when we're leaving, what happens to our stern? It's gonna get pushed back into the thing, right? So we have to drive straight away.
Okay.
And in some cases, even turn towards the dock a little bit to get us out and then wiggle. Out and then wiggle.
Otherwise, like you said, my dinghy's gonna get wrapped around
Right.
that pylon. Sick. Why do I feel like you got off easy yesterday?
Head balls go first.
All right, muscles, don't let go.
Whenever you're ready, tell her to release the bow line.
And I'm keeping my helm in the middle.
Right now.
All right, go ahead and release, bub. Oh, you got that line?
Yeah.
So let's put it in gentle reverse and see what we get. See it bounce back out?
Yep.
Go to neutral. Go to neutral and go to forward. Pull, 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 pull.
With the wind conditions looking pretty light, we knew we were going to be doing quite a bit of motoring for the day. So it's time for another first, topping off our diesel.
So different than a car, this has an air vent that you have to burp first. We're listening. You'll actually hear when it starts to fill you. So if you started full tilt, it'll splash right back up at you.
Okay.
Careful, pull it out.
All right, so there is a tradition. You do not have to maintain the tradition. We do it because it's good luck.
Okay.
Anytime you stop for fuel and they have ice cream, you buy an ice cream.
I like that idea.
And it's good luck.
Blaine, I mean, you were talking to her hard. I love a sweet treat.
So this is the delivery crew thing, right? If we stop and they don't have fuel, but they don't have ice cream, we go to another fuel dock. So
I've never heard that before. Ice creams, fuel, and then one night. What's the price of diesel right now?
$4.60.
Holy shit, that's way cheaper than Hawaii. Like, think about it. We just moved from Hawaii. We're like,
it's cheaper than Hawaii.
cheers. Cheers.
So use this to find that.
The wind was forecasted to die completely by the afternoon, so we had to take advantage of some free energy while we could.
All right, Bob, what one are you holding in your hand right now?
This is for the sheet.
What's that green one to the right?
This is the halyard, main halyard.
What one is the first blue one to the left?
The jib sheet.
Nope.
No, the main. Wait, what?
It's the main outfall.
Main outfall.
And what's that green one next to it?
This is the main halyard. Furler.
You told me this was the main halyard already.
Oh, that's right. Furler, the little one.
Yep. Good.
Okay.
All right, so let's get that line
every
undone.
day.
First sail up is the main, which is the one that gave us so much trouble the other day with the furling system.
I fixed it. So much easier. Wow.
Ah, look at that. Blaine doesn't have to work today.
Woo!
He doesn't have to go bang on any sail.
Hey Blaine, when do I know when to stop?
You're only halfway out.
Oh. Okay.
Come on, Muscle McGee. You trying to stop on us already?
Where's the workout? Keep going. Main is out.
Next up is the jib, our biggest and my personal favorite sail.
Furler.
Very good. And today you're gonna do that. Just pull here. So that side's the lazy sheet, or jib sheet. Today it's gonna be the lazy sheet, so we just need to make sure that line is untied. And you just have to do it about 6 or 8 feet, and then your partner can let it out the rest of the way for you.
It'll just do it on its own?
Yep. And then you have to just trim it. So you still have to pull it all the way in, so you can start trimming whenever you want. Alright, so now we have to shape this sail the same way.
So you shape the jib first?
Always.
Put the main up, the jib up, shape the jib, and then shape the main. Okay.
Yes. And look at the shape of the jib. Look at the front of the jib. It goes out a little further first.
So you want this to kind of
match
mimic?
that. Yes.
Okay. So I would let
Yes.
some out.
Yes. That's probably good. In the future, never undo that without that wrapped around there, because if there was a lot of wind, you would lose your fingers. I knew you were okay, and I wasn't going to correct you in the middle because I didn't want to stop you, but I want you to know that that is a dangerous move.
Okay.
So normally you take this, wrap it around a couple times,
Wrap it around.
like twice, hold, then open, then ease. Okay? So now let's put belly in it just a little bit by releasing the out haul, which will make the back of the sail move forward, which put a little bit of a belly in it. And then start easing out, and you're trying to make the belly.
A little more.
A little bit more. Probably right there. Let's close it up.
Look at that.
And the last sail we put up is our stay sail. It's a lot to remember, but I feel like we're starting to get it. The outhole pulls the sail out, furling line brings it in, and the sheet controls the boom.
We're sailing.
We're sailing at 5.5 knots right now. We are out here moving. We were doing 7.
Oh, we're actually sailing right now.
We were
Engine
doing
off.
7 to 7.5 yesterday, and we're doing 5.5 on our own. Quiet.
So nice.
It's about us. Wrote a note, said be back in a minute. I bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss me anyway. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
I wonder if you guys could. Oh, I love it. Well, our wind speed completely died, so we gotta take in
jib and the stay.
Yeah, that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, we got at least a little taste of it, but
Alright,
gonna have to turn our engine on so we can get down to the Dry Tortugas in
I'm gonna
town.
finish the song.
Dry Tortuga National Park.
Dry Tortuga National Park, honey. Yeah, look at it up.
I'll probably be out of service for like 36 hours. But all is gonna be good. I just didn't want you to see my little blue dot disappear and be like, where are they? It won't be like this always, I promise. When we have Starlink, I'll be able to call, FaceTime, text, but we don't have an inverter, so we don't have Starlink.
I love you very much and can't wait to see you here.
I love you too. I can hear it in her voice. She's like so nervous. She's like, I can't wait till you're here. It's gonna get a lot worse than this, Mom. I don't think anything really prepares you for the first time you're far enough out that you can't see land in any direction. Knowing that you're the only people as far as the eye can see, that is a different type of freedom. I was worried the isolation might scare us a bit, but honestly, it did the exact opposite. What a cool feeling it is to know that you are fully self-sufficient, that even out here in the middle of the ocean, you have everything you need. It's a pretty empowering feeling, and a great reminder of how little we really need to feel happy and fulfilled.
Oh my god, those look so freaking good.
Great job.
Let's go.
Yeah, end of watch, celebrated with steak, eh?
I like that, man. Blaine's got the right schedule. Finish that watch, get greeted with dinner, and go take a nap. God, this knife is terrible.
So bad.
Like,
Oh my gosh, I'm getting fed steak. On my boat at sunset? What? I know every night won't feel like this, but we're just soaking it all in and feeling so, so grateful. Grateful for fair weather, good food, and great company. I mean, what more could you really ask for? As we watched the sunset on the horizon, it started to sink in that we were out here. And it was time to start our night watch rotations.
knowing that it's the two idiots at the helm. Like,
I would be lying if I didn't say that I was nervous to be up here by myself. One thing we've been warned is that things can change in an instant out here on the water, and I'm about to get firsthand experience with that.
Man, the stars out here right now are, I mean, I doubt the camera will pick them up, but they're insane. They're so, so insane. Doing 2-hour cycles on. This is my first night watch, and then Nick is going to come relieve me at 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh, it feels later than 8 o'clock.
a little unnerving. It's so dark. You're on something that's going 8 degrees, bouncing back and forth. I can't see anything out here. It feels crazy to me that on day 3 of learning to sail that I'm doing a 26-hour sail and going to be taking 2-hour shifts in the middle of the night. But you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm very glad that the first time we're doing something like this is not on our own. Now we're out here, man.
It had been a pretty uneventful night sail until around 2 a.m. The wind had picked up a bit, the moon was still out, and there was some really incredible bioluminescence happening in the water as it splashed against the hull. And as I was trying to get a closer look, I sat on the portside bench and unknowingly brushed up against the autopilot panel, completely turning it off.
Hey, Blaine!
Oh my god.
Yeah, and holy
I felt the turn. I thought, what's going on up there?
I hit autopilot and I was trying to get us back on track, but I think I took us on like a 360 almost. Oh my god, okay, well, lesson learned, don't sit on that side when you're looking at the stars at night.
Blaine came up and got us back on course, but I felt like a total noob and just thankful that it was a calmer night.
That was terrifying for a second there. I was literally just about to talk about how beautiful the stars were tonight. And now I'm like shaken up. I'm definitely awake now, that's for sure. I think I just took us in a full 360, which it's disorienting at night.
The story of the 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. shift has been fishing boats. They're everywhere. They're not showing up on AIS, but they show up on the radar. But just been watching these dots a little nervously for the last 2 hours, making sure no one's about to cut in front of us. 11 nautical miles away from the Dry Tortugas, so it's like just over an hour. We're gonna be rolling in between like 6:45 and 7, and sunrise at like 7:15. So it's be probably a pretty special first sunrise after a long night on the boat.
After a full night sail, we are coming up just in time for sunrise, and we see land. The fort is right in front of us, and the sky is just like pink.
As amazing as it felt to look around and see nothing but open ocean last night, it felt equally incredible coming up on our first sight of land after a long and somewhat stressful overnight. Pulling into the Tortugas, I couldn't help but feel so proud of us. I mean, just 3 days ago, we didn't even know how to put our sails up, and now we have 150 nautical miles and an overnight passage under our belt. It feels like we've already grown so much, and we're just getting started. What a privilege it is to get to be new to something like this, to get to experience everything for the first time. It honestly makes me feel like a kid again, and I am so incredibly grateful for that. And then there's the added layer of gratitude, getting to share this experience with you guys here on YouTube. I know we say this every video, but we're so glad you're here, and we hope that you're enjoying the videos as much as we're enjoying making them. So thanks for watching, and we hope you keep tuning in because we have a lot of adventure ahead.
I've never seen anything like this.
On next week's episode, we're diving into the Dry Tortugas, quite literally. We're making our way up the Keys, and we find ourselves in Key West, where we learn the hard way about bad anchorages.
Anchor's dragging, it starts banging on it. Drunk woman in there screaming. Oh, it was just chaos. Vibes are high.
I'm gonna sleep so good tonight.